we ready? Take your marks, get set.
Oh dear. Picking up badges.
Seamless.
You're not taking your team with Peter to the London Olympics in 2012. We're going to the fabulous city of Bristol.
So Michael, we're doing this as a question and answer, so when and why Bristol?
Well, of course, Bristol, 19th to the 21st of October 2012. You've got 53 weeks' time, which means we've got 53 weeks to set the conference. It's a new venue. It's a new venue for us, but a tried and tested venue. Would you believe it that Berman's conference was also in Bristol? And at the same venue. Come on, that's a bump after that. Bristol, of course, is a centre of technology. There's amazing things over the years have happened in Bristol and around Bristol. It's a centre of youth. You've got Bristol University, where I very nearly went. But, of course, it's a centre for sport. We got Gloucestershire County Cricket Club. I'm sure you all remember Mike Proctor playing for Gloucester. You've got Bristol City. You've got Bristol Rovers, and you've got a great rugby club. So that's why Bristol.
And what's that, Bristol?
Well, a funny thing that. Bristol, of course, we got bridges. We've got a ship. Well, there's lots of ships from Bristol. We've got fantastic shopping. And Peter will tell you more about that later. We've got sport that we mentioned already. And of course, we've got Concord. Peter, so I've chosen where it's going to be. Tell us about the venue.
Okay, thank you, Michael. I've got to speak here so we pick up. We've chosen the Marriott City Centre one. That is one, as its name suggests, funnily enough, right in the middle of the city. Right next to it is an NCP car park, which we've negotiated a very, very special price for car parking. Right next to that, if you turn right, you are into that enormous shopping centre. And if you walk down any road from there, you will find another load of shops. In fact, diagonally across from the hotel is Harvey Nicks. So, gentlemen in particular, you either hide your credit cards or you make sure they are very full before you come to Bristol. But you won't need them very full for actually the weekend costs, because again we have negotiated a very, very special price for the weekend. If you look at that as a couple, it's £190. That's for a 4-star Marriott hotel at the same price as the Novotel here. So I think you'll agree that is a very, very special deal. So the answer is book up and book up early, because obviously as a centre city town we will be restricting numbers. At the very most we can only take 700, so do book early. The conference itself.
Well, one of my, I've got 3 themes for the conference that we're trying to work on. One is youth. We're looking to get local youth projects in Bristol coming to talk to us about what they do in the surrounds. Now, we've never tried that before, where we've gone to a city and supported that city. Of course, something big happens in London in 2012. Jill mentioned it earlier. We got the Olympics and most importantly the Paralympics. So again, there'll be a theme around that. We've got technology. Not sure how that's going to look at the moment, but there's various bits of technology that we're working on with technology speakers, youth technology speakers particularly, and they're going to be fantastic. We're almost certain to have somebody talking about the BBC weather. And what it's like behind the scenes at BBC Weather, but somebody that you'll recognise. And we've also got Willpower Charity, Martin McElhatton, who is the CEO of Willpower, was a British Airways apprentice the year before me. Sadly, he had an accident, but he's now running this fantastic charity that as a group of DGs, we've already started working with for 2012. And he tells me that he'll bring an athlete along with him. So, Peter, we've got a fantastic offer. What's it all about?
Okay, what's the most important thing that every club president does whilst at conference? Has the drinks party, isn't it? Of course. Now, what we've done again, we've negotiated a number of upgraded rooms into the executive rooms. And rather than give them to the great and the good, we've decided that what we will do is actually give them to the first of all, 6 clubs who bring in their conference bookings for 40% of their club. So if we have...
That's good, Peter, but what about the smaller clubs?
The smaller clubs are no problem, because again, we've held back 2 rooms, and so if even a club only has 15 members, if it brings an order in for 6 rooms, up till the 31st of January next year, any of those small clubs will be put in a draw, and 2 of those smaller clubs will be awarded the same president's upgrade. So I think you'll find that's a very fair way of distributing the rooms that we've managed to negotiate, as I say, rather than give them to the great and the good. So Michael, over to you again.
Okay, so what do you have to do next? Well, of course, we have the infamous Phil Blake, who is our registrar for the event. Phil, I'm sure most of you have seen outside, wearing his own purple pinky, a large purple pinky, and Phil's ready there to take your money. We've got a fantastic offer. If you pay £10 today, you can reserve your place for the conference. Afterwards, on the registration form that is already on the district website, we'll have to ask you to pay the full amount. So it's a fantastic offer today. Get your £10 in and then settle up later next year. So, all you've got to do is get ready and keep on running. 3.
Ministry of Sports.
Oh, well. Okay, before we completely finish, Mukesh, after every presentation, is giving people presents. We were out shopping yesterday and we got a present from Mukesh. And Clarice is kindly we'll invite Mukesh onto the stage and Clarice can give it to him. It's Mukesh's little present. Thank you and have a great time in Bristol.
Well done.